Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for the February 2024 Creative Memories Virtual Crop. I have sketch number 1 ready to go. I'm going to be using the Riveting Collection, and I need to get things switched over so I can show y'all what I am going to be working on tonight with this. Here we go. Sketch number 1 is a single page sketch, and I actually am going to keep it a single page sketch for this one because riveting was one that didn't get as many votes as some of our other collections. So sometimes I will do all of the sketches as a 2-page layout, and sometimes I will go ahead and make one a single page. And as you can see, I'm doing this one as a single page. You can already get a feel for what I'm doing here. There were some extra parts to this sketch. I pulled out one of my, let's see here. I pulled out one of my 12 by 12 silicone mats. It would help if I had my tape runners ready to go, but I kind of got distracted doing one of my other layouts here. So got myself all out of whack a little bit here. Now, I am going to be using this wood frame that has the diagonal stripes on the back. This is the Riveting Collection. And I cut a 1.5-inch frame from this piece. And if y'all don't remember, and you want one of these silicone mats, the way you can get them is by joining my team. To join my team, head to my Creative Memories website and hit the join button, and you will see my picture when you get to it, Catherine Skinner. So there we go. And this is part of our advisor join right now. It is the 12 by 12 mat. And it's really handy because I was able to just get all my repositionable tape inside my frame and none of it stuck to the silicone. This piece here is the pegboard piece. It has a dark wood tone on the back side of it. And this one is 11 by 11. And so what I want to do, is actually be careful with my repositionable tape here. Goodness gracious. All right, let's get this thing straightened back out. It's the first live stream of the virtual crop. And it never goes without at least one wrinkle, right? So to speak. The rest of them will go pretty smoothly, but I kind of wanted to see if I need to go in about a 1/2 inch all the way around. And I thought by working on the mat that has the measurements on it, it would help me do that, and it just did. So you can see now we have a nice 1/2 inch frame all the way around our layout, and it's kind of becomes this really cool framed looking pegboard. And on this sketch, they have this big old strip through the middle. So they wanted us to do 3.5 inch strips on each side and then to run a 3-inch through the middle so that way you're mitering your paper a different way. Well, I chose to cut a frame instead and then miter my paper together this way. So, we could use it this opposite way where the pegboard would be behind the wood tone, but I wanted it in front because I think when you have a pegboard, a lot of times they're hanging on something, and I just thought the effect is really striking, honestly. I also have pulled out our embellishment here that has the little nails sticking into wood to create our journal box down here in this bottom corner of our layout. I also cut 2 pieces from our tools page. And this one actually is a scrap, y'all. Tomorrow night, Sunday, what day is today? Friday. Sorry, 2 more nights from now, my riveting sketch with me comes out, I believe. Yes. And so you'll see where the rest of this piece went on that. And then I did cut another 4x4 mat. So this one's kind of a Excuse me, I am still just a little bit stuffy from that cold I had. Okay, so this piece is 5 inches by 7.5 inches, which is an unusual size for me, but it's what I had left. So I like to show you all how to use scraps and larger scraps on your layout. So this one seemed perfect to do that on. And this is going to be up towards the top of our pegboard here. I am actually looking at my 2 and 10 on my mat here and kind of framing it in here. Because remember, I had 7 3/4, so it would be just inside the 2 and 10. I'm going to run this 4x4 down here. And then this little guy actually is not a perfect square. It's kind of rectangular because I did measure it just to get a feel for what I was dealing with over here. And so, but the illusion is that it's square. So I thought that was really interesting, the way the designers did that one. But it worked with my 4x4. So I thought I'm going to just go with it. And then I also pulled out, so now when you go to add your photos, you can actually put 2 photos vertically on this page using this mat. Now you can also put in a larger one as well, and I have no idea what that confetti is. Okay, well, you just never know, I guess. So you can use your two photos there. You can put one larger photo. It is what it is. It's never a dull moment when you're live. And this one I actually did want to put lower on the page, but I found this really cool tool bag. So we're going to add that lower on our page here. Now I got a little flustered by the looking up and seeing confetti, but that's going to kind of look like it's hanging here in this center part. And when we go to put our photo on, we can easily lift it with our multi-purpose tool. And again, here, if it overlaps our photo at all, and then I'm going to use my foam squares on this handy dandy saying here. I think it said handy dandy. Okay, yep, handy dandy is going to go at the top of our page. Here we go. Kind of centering it. I want to make sure it is on the page so that way when I go to put my cover over it, it'll be there, and it actually is up high enough so that it's going to be over the photo as well. And then I also found these little corners, and I just thought, wouldn't that make a really fun photo corner? So I'm going to actually grab out my other mat here, my other silicone mat that you all usually see, because I need to put some repositionable tape on this one as well. And again, this one y'all can get as well for joining my team. They've got such a great advisor gift this quarter. Only cost $49 to join. You get a $50 product credit right away, and you get these fun silicone mats right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put these just right at the very edge. They're just kind of ever so slightly on the outside because this one would be harder to get up if you do have a photo there as well. And so here we go. And here we go. Okay. So there's that. And then I also did pull out my sticker sheet because I thought, there are a few more tools on here. I don't think we need any of the paint brushes. And we already have a measuring tape there, but we might pull that one out. But I thought, you know what, let's pull out this saw and maybe add that in over here. And we've got screwdrivers and some pliers here as well. And I just thought, pegboards are usually where you hang your tools. So let's go ahead and get some tools on our pegboard. Maybe put this one down here. And there was one other, the measuring tape. We're going to go ahead and add the measuring tape also because I think that is just going to fill in this last space here. There we go. Okay. Whew, I made it through the first one. So let me pull out the sketch again and you can see where, so I am kind of running my embellishments kind of linearly through the page. That's a hard word to say. Instead of actually cutting the strip, linearly. And then I've got, you know, my embellishments aren't always in the same places as what they recommend, but you know what? It's still a cute page, and we do follow the essence of the sketch. I like to give you all ideas of other things you can do with the sketches. And that way, you know, if you want to follow it exactly, you can, but this gives you another interpretation of another way you can get your photos onto your page. So I will be back soon with the second sketch here. And hopefully I will see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. I had another quiet group, but that's okay. We'll see y'all in the next one. Until